Hello, my name is Max, and today on our weekly coding podcast, we're going to talk about functions. So let's just start. The first thing which we're going to talk is named functions. In JavaScript, you make a named functions like this, like up here. A named function is a function declaration if it appears as a statement. In this example, declaration happened twice, and let's see what we'll get. Here, and we got like everything we put in function. Let's talk about function expression. The syntax that we used before is called the function declaration, so it's up here, this one, and and there is another syntax for creating a function that is called a function expression, so it's the one up here. The main difference is that function expression do not hoist, and if you want to know what's the hoist, check out our previous video from previous week. And as we can see, we got both of them, so both of them are correct, technically speaking. And now we will talk about arrow functions. So let's just see what the arrow is. So as you can see, arrow is this small little thing up here. Arrow functions were introduced with ES6 as a new syntax for writing JavaScript functions. They save developer time and simplify function scope. Arrow function is called fat arrow, or is the small little arrow thing. By using arrow function, we avoid having to type the function keyword, return keyword, and curly brackets as we did in this example. So it's like old-fashioned way, and it still works. And that's a new-fashioned way, and it works. And yes, we took a different example. I took a different example, so it's easier to see the difference. And let's keep going. Optional arguments. Ooh, what's that? So it's a cool little feature that allows us to give a preset value kind of thing. So in this case, we're checking if y function is defined or undefined. So as we can see in this example, it's undefined. So the program is asking where is the y function, but if we'll put both numbers up there, it will go like regular path. So this one is optional argument, allows us to check for some options. So it's pretty cool. Let's keep going. Now we'll talk about rest parameters. And the rest parameters syntax allows us to represent and define numbers of arguments as an array. So it's pretty cool. With the help of rest parameters, a function can be called with any numbers of arguments, no matter how it was defined. So it's pretty amazing. In this example, at the beginning, we just declared without rest parameters at the beginning. And as you can see, it still goes like 3 and 3 without even checking how many numbers we got up there. So if no one told us about that, we would just be like trying to type more numbers and getting the wrong answer without knowing that. But if we make a function with rest parameters and using a for loop up here, it allows us to get more numbers, and if we have like 5, 6, 10 numbers, doesn't matter, we can count all of them. So it's pretty cool. Let's keep going. Now we'll talk about scope. Scope determines the accessibility of variable. In JavaScript, there are two types of scope, local and global one. Variables declared within a Java function became local to the function. Local variables have function scope. They can only be accessed from within the function. Since local variables are only recognized inside their function, variable with the same name can be used in different functions. So it's pretty cool. We can use the same names for variables everywhere. So it's like if you just like to call them function 1, function 2, you're more than able to do that. And in this example, we're not able to access this variable from outside of the function, so we can access it only from inside. And in next example, in this one, we use the global variable, and it has a global scope, so all scripts and functions on the web page can access it. So it's pretty cool. We can access it from whatever we want, so it's pretty useful. And the last but not least is nested functions. The nested functions is a function that is completely contained within a parent function. Any function in a program file can include a nested function. So in this case, our nested function is variable, and it's variable, not variable, it's plus, plus, plus. And it's accessing the counter, so counting with a local variable. It's pretty cool. We can change it to like 1, and then it becomes 2. So it depends on this variable and gives us the answer. So that's it for today, and have a good weekend. See you later.